Television Network. This is the Noon News from Montana's news leader.
Good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us today. I'm Aja Goare. Our top story this afternoon: Republicans are on the verge of passing tax reform legislation for the first time in decades. The bill will be voted on today, and GOP leaders are confident they have the support to pass their bill. CBS's Aja Goare has the story.
The House is preparing to pass a nearly $1.5 trillion tax reform bill.
Come January 1st, Americans will be able to keep more of what they earn. We'll have a stronger economy, stronger paychecks, and we're finally going to start to see some of our American jobs come back from overseas.
The tax bill reduces the rates at every income level. It also doubles the standard deduction for individuals and families. But the biggest winners are corporations, which will see their rates slashed significantly. House Speaker Paul Ryan has spent his entire career working on tax reform.
It's an honor to be Speaker of the House to see this. The last time this got done, the job I had, I was working the Quarter Pounder Grill at McDonald's at the intersection of Highway 14 and 990 in Janesville, Wisconsin.
It's not a clean sweep of Republican support for the bill. House members in high tax states such as New York, New Jersey, and California say the cap on state and local income tax deductions hurts them the most.
What have you been hearing from your constituents?
Nothing good, especially from the Republicans. People who voted for Trump are very disappointed.
Congress has passed bigger tax cuts before, but that didn't stop President Trump from celebrating on Twitter, saying this is the biggest tax cuts and reform ever passed. Enjoy and create many beautiful jobs. Aja Goare, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And the Tax Policy Center reports that this plan would not qualify as the largest tax cut in history. Federal investigators say the train that derailed in Washington state on Monday was traveling 50 miles over the speed limit when it went off the tracks. That crash killed at least 3 passengers and injured dozens more. The train was making its first run on a faster new route from Seattle to Portland. But when the train entered a curve over the interstate, one of the engines and 12 cars derailed, slamming into cars and trucks below. Amtrak says positive train control, which is the technology that can slow or stop a speeding train, was not activated on the tracks at the time of derailment. A shooting outside the Home Depot in Billings is under investigation today, but the victim is not cooperating with police. The shooting was reported Monday evening in the Home Depot parking lot on King Avenue West. A 35-year-old man was shot in the upper leg and transported to the hospital. Police say the wound did not appear to be life-threatening. A suspect is not in custody. A fire ripped through a home in Butte Monday, killing a dog and causing extensive damage. Emergency crews responded to the fire on the 2700 block of Argyle Street just after noon. The fire was quickly put out, but the home sustained heavy damage. No one was inside at the time, but the family dog died in the blaze. The Lincoln County Sheriff's Office is investigating the death of a Libby man. Lincoln County Dispatch received a report Sunday evening that a man had suffered a gunshot wound to the head. Law enforcement responded to the scene to find 69-year-old Dean Leckrone dead from his injury. A manner of death is under investigation. A man is behind bars in Helena today, where he faces charges of attempted murder for a stabbing Monday afternoon. Police were called to the area of North Last Chance Gulch and Neal Avenue downtown for a report of a fight involving a knife. The witness reported that a man and woman were fighting and the man had a weapon. Officers arrived to find 25-year-old Rainbow Cloud Peters going towards the woman and another man with the knife. Peters was arrested and booked at the Lewis and Clark County Jail. The city of Missoula approves a new ban on urban camping, which they hope prevents people from living in RVs on city right-of-way. City Council made it a point to say the ban is not intended to hassle the homeless, but rather a tool to help the city deal with this issue. The matter came to the council after city workers informed them that people were parking illegally, living in RVs, and dumping wastewater on the ground. While most people leave when asked, others refuse. Fines will range from $100 to $500 with no jail time. Exceptions do exist for guest RV parking and special events. Still ahead on the Noon News, one of the world's wealthiest men found dead in his Canada home. Details next. But first, Ed has weather. Stay with us.
You're watching MTN News with Aja Goare. Storm Tracker weather with Ed McIntosh, and farm and ranch news from the Northern Egg Network. This is the